An ordinary worker leaves his apartment in Tokyo at 7:30 a.m. By the time he steps into his office 90 minutes later, he's interacted with exactly 30 pieces of highly advanced, hyper-optimized engineering. You think his life is normal. It's actually a masterclass in friction reduction. We're going to follow him minute by minute and break down every single one. Number 30, the tankless water heater. 6 a.m., time to wake up and start the day. But first, no matter what he does, Kenji, for we'll now refer to him as Kenji, starts the shower. In most countries of the world, the procedure will require some waiting time because a water storage heater in a building will heat a certain amount of water that will last until it gets cold. However, Japan has already found a solution to that problem by installing a tankless instantaneous water heater, which is a device that's mounted on the wall and heats water instantly from a gas burner that switches on once it senses any water flow. It heats the water without delay, keeping it warm at precisely preset temperatures as long as water flows. The device itself occupies only about 1/10 of space required by ordinary water heaters. Number 29, the digital bathroom panel. Adjacent to the shower in Kenji's house is a wall panel. Its function is to control the heating of the water up to a perfect temperature, time control, and even remote bathing tub filling at a certain level and temperature even before coming out of bed using his phone. In addition to that, the panel also has control of ventilation of the bathroom using an optimized air exchange formula to minimize molds in the humid environment. The technology isn't only limited to exclusive housing units, it's just normal. Number 28, the heated toilet seat. Introducing the Toto washlet in Japan would be superfluous. No need for Kenji to think about the matter because that's how it should be. The seat has been heated up to body temperature. The bidet operation starts automatically. As soon as he gets closer using the sensor, the lid will open. Then it will close automatically when he walks away. All this process happens without any active decision making on his part. From a hygienic point of view, the washlet is clearly superior to toilet paper. Number 27, the ventilation fan timer. However, after Kenji has left the bathroom, the ventilation fan doesn't turn off right away because it will continue to work for a predetermined period, usually 30 minutes as per a built-in timer. This is necessary according to Japanese building codes and isn't an addition or improvement. Rather, it's required by law. Why? Because damage due to moisture occurs after taking a shower, not during it. Number 26, the single-serving miso packet. The morning meal for Kenji lasts for 4 minutes. It consists of instant miso soup, and the soup is neither in a powdered form nor prepared using any cooking utensils. It's actually in a paste form contained in a pack that is designed with great care. Its foil and plastic coating is designed to be opened at a certain resistance level without spilling any of its hot contents. This paste has been designed to dissolve with exactly 160 milliliters of water and a certain ratio of salt to solid content. Number 25, the compact IH cooktop. The kitchen in Kenji's flat can be compared to that of a rather spacious wardrobe in a Western household. It works much more efficiently. The induction stove is equipped with 2 heating coils, exact temperature regulation in 5-degree increments, a timer, and a safety childproofing mechanism. Moreover, it consumes less energy compared to a gas stove, does not emit any exhaust gases, and can be wiped spotlessly with one sweep. Kitchen design in Japan is based on one principle. Every detail has to justify itself square foot by square foot. Number 24, the rice cooker. It was 6:45 a.m. when the rice cooker finished cooking. Kenji had set it up the previous night via a delay timer. Inside, there's a temperature control mechanism utilizing fuzzy logic technology invented by Zojirushi in the late 1980s. The heating pattern used is dependent upon how well the rice absorbs the heat, based on such factors as the age of the grains, relative humidity levels, and volume of water used. There isn't a set pattern of heating applied here. It takes cues from the rice itself. Consequently, Kenji has never once in his adult life had a poorly cooked rice meal at home. Number 23, the push-button kitchen faucet. The kitchen faucet has a flow control button on the nozzle. Pressing the button once will alternate between stream and spray modes. Another control regulates the water flow rate without altering its temperature, which has been preset using a mixing valve located beneath the sink. This arrangement conserves water when washing dishes because the exact control of water flow can be achieved without needing 2 hands to operate the faucet. In the kitchen, where the user often has their hands dirty or wet with soap, having such a mechanism is practical. Number 22, the Genkan. 7 a.m. Kenji's wearing clothes and stands at his front door. He takes 6 centimeters of a step down to enter the Genkan, which is an area found in all Japanese houses. It's designed as a buffer zone between the outdoor area and the indoor area. Shoes must be left there. The interior of the house will always be clean. This idea may date back to antiquity, but the execution of this system is well planned. The step is made to fit perfectly when taking off shoes without stooping down, a small shelf for sitting in many apartment homes, and an area that feels different from the outside world as well as the interior space of the house. Number 21. The keyed umbrella stand. Within the hallway leading to Kenji's apartment building, which comprises 6 apartments on the same floor as Kenji's apartment, there is an umbrella stand that has slots for each person, locked with individual keys. Each individual has their own locks, numbered to identify who owns the particular umbrella slot in the umbrella stand. On rainy days, when people come back into the apartment with their umbrellas, these can be put in the locked slots in the hallway to avoid having them dripping in the apartment. Number 20. The elevator door sensitivity. Kenji enters the elevator and goes to the ground floor. The elevator doors close with an intentional stop, and the doors close after a time period that exceeds the average closing time in many other nations. Furthermore, the doors of the elevators used in Japan come with several infrared sensors to check for any obstacles in front of the doors from top to bottom. Engineering logic: the individual who would get stuck in an elevator door is usually someone who is short, holds a small object in his or her hand, or walks slowly. Number 19. The Tenji blocks. Kenji leaves the entrance of his building and steps directly onto a line of yellow pavement which consists of Tenji blocks. This is a grid of dots that marks a safe place to stop, as well as a line of raised bars to indicate the direction one should go. It was invented in 1965 by Seishi Miyake and was laid for the first time in 1967 in the city of Okayama. Japan made it compulsory for all cities. They now stretch across all stations, at every intersection, and on all pedestrian paths in Japan. An individual who cannot see can navigate their entire transportation system simply based on information provided on foot. Number 18. The automatic convenience store door. The konbini entrance slides open before Kenji can get there. There are sensors that identify his presence from about 2 meters away, and the doors will open just in time for him to walk right through without having to stop and wait. This particular door will also open to an angle greater than that of your typical automatic sliding doors to accommodate people with loads such as bags, umbrellas, or even bikes. In exiting the building, the door will stay open a little bit longer since it anticipates that he'll be laden and careful walking out. Number 17. The konbini layout. In the store, Kenji navigates an environment that has been meticulously designed on a scale few understand. The hot food station is right in front of him upon entry, where most patrons would automatically turn towards first. The drink station is located further back, requiring a complete lap of the store from him. The checkout counter is strategically placed to ensure there is a queue formed, but not blocking access into the store itself. The lighting is also manipulated in terms of color and temperature, with warmer colors used for the food sections and cool for the drinks section. The register area has the brightest lights, while being strategically set to form a queue. Number 6. The canned coffee warmer rack. The area for hot drinks includes a heating rail tilted at exactly 11 degrees from the vertical. There's a purpose behind the specific tilt. It allows cans of drink to remain in touch with the heating rail using the greatest possible surface of the can without rolling off. At the same time, the temperature of the rail remains at 55 degrees centigrade, which is sufficient to feel heat when holding a can, but still not too high for the can to be uncomfortable to touch through a sleeve. Cans of drinks change position on the rail automatically as the front can is removed. Number 15. The onigiri wrapper. It merits an individual write-up due to the incredible engineering that went into the development of the design. The challenge that faces the convenience store onigiri or rice ball involves meeting 2 conflicting goals in one package. The rice needs to remain wet and fresh, while the seaweed needs to remain dry and crisp. This would not be an issue if the 2 items came in contact, since the seaweed will lose all of its crispness within minutes. The breakthrough came in the 1980s when designers created an ingenious 3-tab plastic cover. By pulling tab 1, the cover can be separated from the inner sleeve. Tab 2 extracts the sleeve from between the rice and seaweed, while tab 3 extracts the third cover. The seaweed wrapped up in an inner bag meets the rice upon opening fresh and dry without any prior contact. All these actions occur in just 4 seconds. Number 14. The disposable chopstick sleeve. The chopsticks in the paper sleeve break cleanly at a scored notch. The sleeve itself unfolds into a small rectangular rest for the chopsticks between bites. This is not an add-on design. The sleeve was printed and folded specifically to become the rest when opened. One piece of paper, two functions, zero additional materials. The engineering logic of Japanese product design applied to an object that most of the world treats as purely disposable. Number 13. The IC card barrier. 7:45 a.m. Kenji reaches Shinjuku Station. The ticket barrier reads his Suica card. The transaction, RFID handshake, balance check, fare calculation, deduction, gate release, completes in 0.2 seconds. The barrier processes up to 80 people per minute without jamming, backing up, or misreading. The Suica system, operated by JR East, uses a 13.56 MHz RFID frequency with a custom Sony Felica chip designed for transaction speeds that standard contactless payment systems, designed for retail, not transit throughput, cannot match. At peak hour in Shinjuku, over 3 million people pass through the station. The barriers do not slow them down. They were built specifically not to. Number 12. The platform edge line. On the platform, a yellow line runs parallel to the track edge at a consistent distance. Behind it, waiting passengers stand in two orderly columns at marked positions corresponding to where the train doors will open. This is not enforced. There are no barriers, no staff directing the queues. The yellow line and the painted queue markers are sufficient. The behavioral infrastructure, the expectation that this is how a platform operates, is self-maintaining. When the train arrives, the doors open at the exact marked positions. These columns merge into the carriage in order. It takes less time than boarding in most subway systems in the world, despite involving more people. Number 11. The train door chime. Each set of train doors has a distinct closing chime, a melodic sequence rather than a harsh buzzer. The sequence is long enough to give a genuine warning without being aversive. The psychology behind this is deliberate. An unpleasant alarm creates urgency that leads to rushing, which leads to people forcing doors. A musical chime communicates the same information with less behavioral disruption. Tokyo Metro commissioned unique chimes for each line to aid spatial orientation underground. Kenji knows which train has arrived before he looks up from his phone. Number 10. The train car ventilation. The air conditioning in the carriage maintains a temperature that Japanese rail operators determined through passenger surveys and thermal comfort research. Many lines now offer weak cooling and standard cooling carriages on the same train, signed at the platform. Kenji, who runs cold, stands at the weak cooling marker. This is considered a basic amenity, not a premium option. Number 9. The overhead luggage rack angle. The luggage rack above Kenji's seat is angled slightly toward the wall rather than horizontal. This prevents bags from sliding forward during braking and keeps them stable through the constant acceleration and deceleration of urban rail. The angle is consistent across every train operated by every major Japanese rail operator. It's specified in the design standard. Nobody thinks about it. Nobody's bag falls. Number 8. The handrail texture. The standing handrails on the train have a textured grip surface, not smooth plastic or bare metal, but a slightly roughened material that maintains grip with minimal hand pressure. During typhoon season, when passengers board with wet hands, the grip characteristic doesn't change. The material choice is a response to climate and use pattern. The engineering assumption: the handrail will be used by wet hands in a moving vehicle. Design accordingly. Number 7. The priority seat notification. Above the priority seats designated for elderly, pregnant, and disabled passengers, a sign requests that nearby passengers switch their phones to silent mode and refrain from calls. This request is observed consistently without enforcement. The sign also illuminates when the train approaches a station, serving as a secondary reminder. The notification system is behavioral architecture. It doesn't prohibit anything. It creates the conditions under which the right behavior feels natural. Number 6. The station escalator convention. Kenji stands on the left side of the escalator, leaving the right side clear for people in a hurry. In Osaka, this is reversed. Stand right, walk left. Each city has a consistent convention, followed without signage, maintained by social norm alone. The result is that escalators throughout at peak hour in Japanese stations approach the theoretical maximum for the physical infrastructure. No bottlenecks, no negotiation, no delay. A city of millions coordinating implicitly through shared behavioral standards. Number 5. The station cleaning crew. On the platform, a cleaning crew in matching uniforms moves through the arriving train in the 90-second turnaround between services. They enter from one end, work toward the other, flip every seat back to the correct direction for the return journey, collect any waste, and exit before the doors close for departure. The operation is timed to the second. The train leaves clean. This happens at every terminus, every time, across the entire network. The logistics infrastructure required to staff, schedule, and execute this at scale is invisible to every passenger except Kenji, who notices it for a moment before the doors close. Number 4. The office building airlock. 8:55 a.m. Kenji's office building has a double door entry system, not for security, but for climate control and particulate management. The outer door closes before the inner one opens, maintaining a pressure differential that keeps external air, dust, and noise outside. The floor mat in the airlock is an industrial-grade adhesive surface that lifts particulate matter from shoe soles in the 4 steps between doors. Number 3. The elevator floor indicator. The elevator in Kenji's office building displays not just the current floor number, but the direction of travel, the number of stops remaining before this car reaches the lobby, and, on some modern installations, the expected wait time for the next available car. The display refreshes in real time. Kenji knows whether to wait or take the stairs before the doors open. Decision made in 2 seconds. 3 minutes saved. Number 2. The office slippers. At the entrance to his company's office floor, Kenji changes from his outdoor shoes into office slippers stored in a dedicated rack. This is standard practice in Japanese offices, schools, hospitals, and many public buildings. The floor beyond the slipper rack is clean by definition. No outdoor contaminant has ever touched it. The quality of the indoor environment, the noise level, the floor surface condition, all of it is maintained by this single behavioral threshold. It costs nothing beyond a rack and a pair of slippers. Number 1. The desk. 8:59 a.m. Kenji sits down. His desk is clear. Everything on it has a designated position. The stationery is Japanese manufactured. A mechanical pencil with a 0.3mm lead that does not smear. A correction tape that lifts cleanly without tearing paper. A binder clip with a handle angle that allows one-handed operation. The desk itself has a cable management channel running along the rear edge. His monitor is on an adjustable arm, positioned at the ergonomic standard set by Japan's industrial health guidelines. The chair has lumbar support calibrated to the average dimensions of a Japanese adult male. Nothing on or around this desk is uncomfortable. Nothing requires workaround. Every object does exactly what it's supposed to do and nothing else. By 9 a.m., Kenji has interacted with 30 pieces of engineering optimized to remove friction from his existence. He hasn't noticed a single one. That's the entire point. 30 inventions before 9 a.m. just to make life seamless. But all of this microengineering isn't free. In fact, maintaining this flawless illusion costs the country a price tag that is starting to break its economy. Let's look at the math.